All right, good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to be going over singular versus plural nouns and how we change them to identify with how many are in each sentence. So, for this first portion, we are going to go through, there's multiple misspelled nouns in both singular and plural forms. We're going to use the context clues around them to identify which ones are wrong and note how they should be spelled in the correct form in the chart below. You'll identify the misspelled noun, their singular form, as well as the plural form. So, here we go. This year, Central High School has over 20 new teachers. Every new teachers get their own classrooms to teach new childs each and every day. Over the next year, over 2,500 students will go in and out and look to build relationship with their new teachers. The principal has his own kids attending Central and wanted to put them in each of the new teachers' classes. This way, the admins would have an evaluation from a child's point of view. So, as you can see in the chart below, I went ahead and did a sample one for us. Classes was spelled wrong. The singular noun is class, and the plural should be classes with just an ES, not the extra ES. So, we're going to go through and find the first one. This year, Central High School has over 20 new teachers. That should be teachers. So, the misspelled, it's not misspelled, it is just teacher. Our singular noun would be teacher, and our plural noun would be teachers. Our next one, every new teachers get their own classrooms to teach new childs each and every day. There's quite a few in this one, so we're going to go kind of quick. Teachers is spelled wrong. Classrooms is spelled wrong. We're going to highlight that. And childs is spelled wrong. This first one, teachers, should be every new teacher. Okay, gets their own classroom. Classroom is plural in that, and it should be singular. So singular, it is classroom. And then the plural would be classrooms. To teach new childs each and every day. Childs is the most improper word I think I have ever heard. Singular, it is child. And plural, we have to make it children. Okay, next sentence. Over the next year, over 2,500 students will go in and out and look to build a relationship with their new teachers. Relationship should be relationships. And teachers is spelled wrong yet again, but we already put it in the chart, so I'm going to go ahead and skip over that one. Should be relationship is singular, and relationships is plural. Teachers, you already know how to spell that one, and that should be in the plural form. So we already did that one. The principals has his own kids attending Central and wanted to put them into each of the new teacher classes. Principals, we are talking about just one. So we're going to go ahead and highlight. Has his own kids attending Central and wanted to put them into each of the new teacher. This should actually be possessive. Each of the new teachers' classes. Classes is spelled wrong yet again. I'm going to go ahead and fix that one as well. So, principals should be principal. And the plural would be the same as it was in the above paragraph. Classes, you already know how to spell that one. We went over it. And this last sentence, this way the admins would have an evaluation from a children's point of view. Admins is wrong. Should be this way the admin or administration. Administration. Sorry, I gotta spell that one out. Okay. This one you can leave it short. You can put admins, but makes more sense if you go ahead and spell that one out. So now this next paragraph, we're going to go through. As you can see, there's more misspelled ones. These ones are a little bit different. They have different endings. And so here we go. One day, Joe decided to take his dog to the rodeo. He never thought there would be so many women's in one place. Wow. Right away, we already know women's is spelled wrong. It's got the red squiggly line. Okay. Women's is one of those special ones that we have to change the ending. We cannot leave it A-N. Just like man's. Man's is the same way. So when we change it, the plural form is W-O-M-E-E-N. Here we go. While all these women's, there we go again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and highlight that one. We're walking around. You could see the man's riding bulls and horses. Both of those are wrong as well. So we're going to go ahead and fix those. Women's, we already showed you how to fix that one, but man's is the same way. So the singular form is man, and then the plural form is men. The next one is bulls, which when we change that one, the singular form is bull. All we're going to do is add an S. Horses is the same way. We're just going to add an S to it. There are some occasions where you will have to change the whole ending, like children, we put an REN, and babies, we change it, we drop the Y and we add an IES. It is all just depending on the word, and it's kind of a pattern that you have to learn over time. So we're going to keep going with this, and then we have some below we're going to work on. So they all had saddle that were custom to what they liked. Saddles should be plural. It is singular right there. This one is just another one that we just add an S to. Joe tried getting his dog to go near the horses. We fixed that one already as well, so you know what you're doing. But it wouldn't move. Joe had to carry his dog all over the rodeo's grounds. Both of these are spelled wrong. We're going to go ahead and put them together, though. His dog all over the rodeo's grounds. Rodeos. This is another one. We are literally just going to add an S. Ooh, don't need to get fancy. Rodeo is singular, and then rodeos. Added an extra E in there for you. We're just going to add an S. Grounds the same way. If we don't have an E in the beginning, majority of the time we are not going to add an ES. We are just going to add an S. But on many occasions, it just depends. Rodeos is spelled wrong again in that last sentence, as well as horses. We already went over. And bulls are spelled wrong again. These charts are easy for you to make when you're looking over words, and they're good to go back to. So now we're going to go through and do this last one. For each of the following sentences, choose the correct spelling of the singular word or plural noun. Some may get tricky, so take your time. The girl with the green eyes is in my last period of the day. Eyes is one of the ones. We are just going to add an S. The mouses, this one gets tricky. We have to actually completely change the spelling for mouses. Mouses does not make sense. So the correct spelling of mouses would actually be mice. When you think about it, you're going to think about lice. Louses and lice are the same way, but we don't normally ever find one louse. When we do, it's a louse, but when we change it, it turns into lice. The curriculums the teacher used is hard to understand. Curriculums should just be curriculum. Tried to get a little fancy there, and it did not pay off. Okay. The childs didn't know how to enter the classroom properly. This is the other one that we change, and it's got a funky ending, and it goes to children. Okay. She had twin boys, so now she has twin babies. This is the one that I was talking about when you got to drop the Y and add an IES. So this completely changes the spelling for the most part. BABIES. She received all A's on her report card. That is not how we do certain letters. I want you to remember the acronym MAUI. M-A-U and I all do not have an apostrophe at the end. It should be A'(S). Whereas on number 7, we have it a little bit different. B's are just going to be B with an S. The only ones that you have to worry about having an apostrophe are either M, A, U, or I. So this A is wrong as well. We're going to do, it'll be BS and no A'(S) is the correct way to punctuate that one. They all went to school to get their MBAs. This one as well. There should be no apostrophe. Should just be MBAS. 1990s, there's no apostrophe as well. You'll find this with numbers that you don't need it. Everyone just kind of assumes they do on that one. The rest of these you guys can go through and do on your own. The only other one I want to look at with you is, Joneses. When we add to names, we cannot change the spelling. This one ended up adding an ES, and that's not what we do. So we have Jones as the last name, and we are literally just going to add an apostrophe. We don't add all these extra ESs. Actually, it should be Jones's. If it is possessive, you would add an apostrophe, but it is Jones's. So the Joneses bought a new car, but not this SESES. That's way too much. Knifes is also one that is tricky. You'll find we actually have to change the F to a VES. So NIFVES, because when you have the F, it's knifeophysis, and that doesn't make sense. So you're going to drop the F and the E, and we're going to add VES. Same thing. Here we go. We got the louses right here. The louses found a new head to take over. Ironic because it's lice. Louse is when we found one. Lice is when we found multiple. So make sure to do a chart. It makes it easier on your life. And that way you have it to go over and backtrack when you get to needing it for a test or something like that. Okay. There you go. Have a good evening.